Hi guys, it's Jared here. Just a quick update from All About Pips. I wanted to real quick cover what I see happening on the Euro US dollar and the Australian US dollar. We have seen some pretty good movements the last several days on the dollar pairs. Finally, the yens are calming down. We saw lots of movement on the yens last week and the week before, and now the dollars are really, the USD pairs are really kicking in and making some movements. There's a couple of key things that we need to look at. I think we are getting dangerously close to the end of the summer channel, which is excellent. This is where we make our money and where we make some good pips. And so we're just really getting there. The market is really testing its upper extremes. But once again, as we've talked about in the webinars as well as in the chat room, is we're looking at some crucial key levels here. Number one, we're looking at the Dow. It had a pretty strong level about that 9,000 area. It broke it. It's kind of been floundering here just a little bit. It's up and down and not really making a big run for it. The S&P is a really crucial one to watch. That 1,000 level is going to be very key as well, and it has not yet reached that. So we'll keep a good eye on that. It's already up to the 990, so it's really close, really close. One of the big markets that I'm really keeping an eye on is gold. Gold has really been bumping around between the 930 and 960 area. As we can see, it's up a pretty good little chunk today, up about $19, so that's a pretty good move. And we saw that gold running up was a good factor to the US dollar running down. We saw big gains on the euro dollar and pound dollar and some of these other pairs. So gold's going to be a big factor. If gold stays under that 1,000 mark, we're not going to see, very likely we're not going to see big upward movement on pairs against the US dollar. So keep an eye on that. As the US dollar goes down, things are hedged with gold, and investors will put their money in gold to offset the inflation. So keep a good close eye on gold. $1,000 mark is very, very crucial. Now, a couple of points I wanted to bring up real quick is one thing that we see happening in the euro dollar is, choppy as it may have been, we have seen that this has been uptrending for, remember that we have 30 days between each one of these columns here, so we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, and we're going into our 6th month where the euro dollar has really been going up. And if we look over the last year, we see that a lot of movements happen in kind of 3 to 6 month periods. We see a 5-month run up here. We go back here, we see about a 4-month run down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it reverses. Here, this big drop here, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and so on. We see lots of these movements happening in kind of 4 and 5 month periods. And so this is just kind of something, and it may not have anything to do with the market, but it may, and it's something that we need to keep our eye on. Uptrends and downtrends can only go for so long. You usually won't see a year-long uptrend without some fair reversal to it. That's what the summer's for, is to give us that opportunity for the reversal. Now the euro still is, historically speaking, it's kind of at a medium level. It could go lower, it could go higher. It's kind of right in that middle area there. So what we'll look for is that we do have 5 months of upward movement. This could cause a major bounce off of this upper level and make the euro tank. That is a possibility. But given that a lot of the markets, euro dollar, pound dollar, gold, S&P, Dow, are all kind of at extreme levels, if one breaks, they're probably all going to break, and they're probably all going to head straight up. Very, very big possibility. But there's also the possibility that we drive things down. Now, I think that is probably a little more unlikely, but it's definitely something to look for. This 5-month trend could come to an end, and a reversal could come. If that doesn't happen, then we have just got to watch basically this 143.30 level. We're currently trading at about 142.60, so really not that not that far up above. And this could easily break this coming Sunday night. And if that does, then it's probably smooth sailing. We'll probably see this trend continue up for a good chunk more. But if it does continue up, I'm not looking for a very long term like we saw several months ago at the end of last summer, how this pair just dropped like crazy at the end of summer. If this does continue up, then it's going to be really starting to press on this uptrend, and it may make it another month or two, and I'll be starting to look definitely for some reversals at that point. But 143.30 is going to be our crucial level. Could easily break this Sunday night and give us some major upward movements. And we could be out of the summer channel at that point. We've gone through a good 2.5 months of choppiness, so things could be coming to an end there. That's what I see happening on the euro dollar. Keep that in mind. And then the Australian dollar, we have seen, has already just broken its summer high. It made a first attempt at it and wasn't able to hold. Now it's making a second attempt at it, and it's up above by about 80 pips or so. But one thing to keep an eye on as well is from this big major drop here, it is approaching the 61.8, and 61.8 is still a level to be dealt with here, and the market could very easily bounce off of that and continue back downward. So remember that 61.8 is not so far up above. It's only about 83.80. Give or take, and the market's currently trading about 83.30, so we got about another 50 pips before it hits that level. Could be very crucial, very strong level. Same type of situation. We've got several months of uptrend here, and that could be getting exhausted as well. But it has broken the high, and it's just sputtering. Nothing else has broken the high. This is the first pair to break it, so it's no wonder that the movement is still kind of muted. Lots of other markets are still just stalling. Nothing is breaking, other currency pairs as well as other equities markets. So this is kind of maybe the first runner, and maybe it's just testing the ground to continue back down. So U.S. dollar pairs, I think, are a big focus right now. Keep your eye on the market during the U.S. session. The New York session coming this week, I think, will be very crucial. London session is always good, but the New York session should be a big one to watch. So keep an eye on that, folks. Good luck trading. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll catch you all back here for some Sunday night trades. Take care, everyone.